Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Title race settings, my people. Today, we are here to talk about the title race. So, obviously, as you guys can see on your thumbnail, it's going to be myself, it's going to be an Arsenal fan and a City fan, you know. Now, I no longer have any shock factor or surprise factor because I'm putting their faces on the thumbnail. Big up to every single one of you guys. Please do make sure you are slapping your like button on the way in. Today, it's very important, you guys. YouTube is lagging. All 47 of you, I need your help like never before. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing, and most importantly, make sure you guys are hitting the share button. YouTube is lagging, so many people cannot see this link. So you're the only ones who can help me out. So please hit that share button and share the video on all the social media you want to share it on, whether it be Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever, Instagram. Share the video everywhere. So please hit that share button and click share to the video everywhere, because not everyone can see this video right here. YouTube is a little bit laggy today. I know Matisse posted about this earlier on as well, so big up Matisse, shout out to him. But make sure you guys are sharing this video everywhere. I want you to hit the share button, go tweet it out, share it wherever, so you can help generate traffic to this video and help us reach more and more and more people. So please do share the video, like it as well, subscribe. Today, I need you guys' help, so big up to you guys. And let me introduce today's panelists. First of all, this guy, you get me. I feel like I need to introduce him first because he absolutely smashed the shit out of Newcastle. So maybe he deserves a better intro than the other one who scraped past Bournemouth. Trigger word for City fans, scraped past. Joining us on the channel, of course, you've seen myself on the 12th Man podcast multiple times. You've seen him on this channel before. Here to talk Arsenal Football Club, here to talk title race, is the man, the myth, the legend, and like Dan Potts is in the building. How you doing, Potsy?
Bro, what an intro. I appreciate that, man. I need to get my intros better when you come on my channel now, man. I've got a lot to follow from that, man. How are you, mate?
I'm good. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you.
Always, man. Come on.
Big up to you, Potsy. And finally, this guy's on the channel again, for fuck's sake. What can I do? There's a scarcity of City fans. I'm just kidding. Listen, this guy is my brother. I love arguing with him. Everywhere we go, I feel like we just start arguments with each other. And he's my favorite ginger. I'll be real with you. Nobbins can absolutely hold that. Nobbins is a fraud. Let's get that in. Everyone spam Nobbins is a fraud in the chat right now because the real ginger Manchester City fan is here. Kevin De Bruyne from Stockport. Man like LB is in the building. How you doing, LB, man?
Just as FYI, you invited me on this channel, bro. You invited me, man. Happy to be here. Believe it or not, happy to be here.
Yeah,
Hey,
Nobbins
if you're ginger, what am I? I mean, like, let's be real. This is definitely ginger. This maybe not so much, but this is definitely ginger, man.
Yeah,
This is Ed Sheeran.
ginger.
This is Ed Sheeran, mate. I tell you.
I actually
How you doing,
showed
LB?
people like
You
in
good?
my family who don't know LB, and even they said like he's ginger. I don't know why you're so against this ginger thing. Your best player ever is a ginger.
I don't give a fuck about ginger, bro. You know what I mean? I literally don't care about
Man,
all
me
that.
neither, man.
I'm not
Me
really
neither.
into the whole, you know what I mean? Like, what's it called? Like, the looks and shit and the clothes. Like, I just do whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not into that kind of stuff. So if I'm ginger, I'm ginger. If I'm bald, I'm bald. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
The bald one, of course, given Pep's your manager, but fair.
You know what?
Big up to LB. Listen, guys.
You said that, yeah, but Pep is bald, yeah, and tried to mock my manager. I just wanna say to you that once Klopp leaves at the end of the year and you end up with some bum like De Zerbi, yeah, then just remember that we will be there next year cooking you and your fraudulent channel. This is football, yeah, we will be there. This is De Zerbi. Because if you get some bum like that next year, yeah, you just know that we will be cooking you, bro. So you can have your little sly digs at my manager, yeah, the best manager of all time. But when you have De Zerbi, yeah, trying to play out from the back, yeah, with players who can't do it, then we will be there. We will be there. Just know that we will be there.
Big up to you, LB. Thank you for joining us. You get me? You've already started. I haven't said nothing. I said thank you for coming on. Anyway, you guys, we're out here. You get me? I said respect. This is football, LB. I love my people, man. Always ride or die. Like, it doesn't matter. They know we're joking around. Like, respect. This is football. Big up my guy Felipe, who sends in the first super chat of the stream. I appreciate. He says, "Hopefully, we're in for an elite title race. Still think City will win. The Anfield game is massive. Arsenal have the best form. City have experience. Hussam is a fraud. Perfect. You just summarized all the clubs, and then you made me a fraud. Like, you know,
Philippe. Come on, Philippe.
Listen, Felipe, big up to you for the super chat, but you're a fraud. I'm not a fraud. We're gonna get into City and Arsenal today. That's the main topics. I'm gonna get the guys to talk about Liverpool first, so we can get it out the way, and then we'll talk about City. This is Felipe's final point style. He says City 91, Arsenal 88, Liverpool 87. Ooh, fair enough. So you're thinking Liverpool going to the last game of the season without a hope of winning it. Okay, Felipe, I remember this. You fraudulent Newcastle fan. This is the Vegemite getting to your head, Felipe. I can see that.
Have you guys, genuine question, have you guys done like a prediction of each game for each three teams to see what happens?
I don't do shit like that. I don't do shit
like that. What do you mean you don't do that? I've seen your little TikToks. What are you waffling about? You don't do that, bro.
Oh, no, I've done predicted tables, how I think it will finish, but I've not done points, man. I've not done points.
I might do that.
That's just never gonna be right, is it?
No, like, no, but you can see like what your prediction would be, innit? Like,
yeah.
no, like
maybe
you
we
can try
can do
and
it.
take
Maybe we could do. Maybe all three of us can do it. See what we get up with. But I think that's one of those. You know, when you predict something, like, let's just say Man City, they'll easily beat Luton for like by this goals, and then it's like a draw or some shit. And you're like, what? Never saw that coming. That can happen in football.
Like City Palace, for example. That game ended 2-2. That game shocked everyone. To be fair, you know. So. The Chelsea game, I still remember the conversations I had with LB and on the entirety of the City fan base and the Chelsea fan base. Everyone thought City was going to slap the shit out of Chelsea. It ended up being 1-1. So, like, even the game at the Bridge ended up being 4-4. So, like, we'll see what happens. I feel like this is going to be a very interesting title race, to be honest with you. And I think
91 points. If you finish on 90, you pretty much got to win every game. 91 points.
How many points are we on right now? We're on 60.
Unfortunately, I haven't been there, man.
I've lost
90 points is when we got our highest. I think that was when we went unbeaten. We only got 90 points then. So 91 is
the most points that we could get is 95. So this guy's saying that we're only going to drop 4 points in the final 12 games.
Basically, you're going to draw twice then.
I mean, to be fair, that's not like completely ridiculous statement. I mean, do I think it's going to happen? No, I think we're going to drop more points than that. But there's actually only 12 games left.
Oh shit! Let me actually. What's the maximum we could end up on?
Yeah, yours would be an extra point, so yours would be 96.
So ours would be 94 then. Is that
94? Right? Yeah. And of course, like those 4 points might not all be. There could be four. There could be a couple of draws in there. You know what I mean? So
first. People are saying we could draw to Liverpool on Spurs. I think this is the thing. Like the fact that all three of us play each other. Us and Arsenal already done, but we're gonna play City and Arsenal will play City. I think gonna make this interesting. But anyway, listen, let's get into it anyway. Shout out Felipe for the super chat. 172 of you in here. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We haven't even started yet. And as I said at the start of the stream, guys, YouTube is lagging. Many people cannot see the stream. Big up to LB for tweeting out the link. Big up to Dan Potts for tweeting out the link as well. Make sure you guys are please sharing this video everywhere. So hit that share button and get this video to as many people as possible. And I want to start with my club. You get me? So I want to ask you guys' opinions because the people already know my opinion. From the outside looking in, we start with Liverpool Football Club. So let's go to LB first, actually, on this one. Talk to me about Liverpool, brother.
You want to do it while you're off mute?
Yeah, it would be great if you're off mute.
I've been YouTubing fucking 5 years. I don't even know how to unmute myself. Okay, so yeah, I mean, listen, what do you want me to say? What's the question?
Just your overall thoughts on Liverpool, on us winning the EFL Cup with the children and all that stuff. What's been made over the last 48 hours since the game and where we are in the league.
Okay, so on the Carabao Cup, Chelsea fucked it. Yeah, let's just get it right. That was a Chelsea bottle job. Your favourite manager, Pochettino, showing yet again that he cannot manage football teams in big games. Yeah, have you actually checked this guy's record out in the big knockout games? It is diabolical. Every time this fraud gets into a position where he's close and he's got a big game, he loses. Every time, maybe by once in the Trophée des Champions in France when he beat Monaco, yeah? Maybe one time. Every other time, Yeah, this guy bottles it. And that's what he did against Liverpool. Now, full credit to Liverpool. You know what I mean? I thought the way that you went about the extra time was wild, but I do feel that was more on Pochettino getting his substitutions completely wrong. But at the end of the day, you got to give Liverpool the credit there. I had Liverpool favourites, before the game. I wasn't one of these people saying Chelsea are favourites because of the manager. You know? When you get in these big games, right, the manager, for me, is one of the most important things. Because the manager gives the players the belief that when they're stepping out on the pitch, the players believe they're going to win or lose the game. This is why, the best managers continually win stuff all the time. Because the players believe in the tactics. This is why England won't win anything with Gareth Southgate. Because when the players are in the dressing room, stepping on the pitch to a final, and by the way, some of these players might never have won anything before in their career, they're looking at the manager and they need to believe that everything that's coming out of their mouth is factual and that will win them the game. Now, if you're a player in a dressing room and your manager is someone like Pochettino or Gareth Southgate who've won nothing in their career, you're not going to believe what they're telling you is going to win you the game. Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, even maybe Mourinho to a degree, you are going to believe that the tactics they're telling you, the motivational speak that they're giving you, is going to win you the game. So I had Liverpool favourites, regardless of the team, regardless of the subs. I had Liverpool favourites because they've got the better manager, they've got the experience, and the facts are that even when you had 4 academy players on the pitch in extra time, you see the way that your huddle, before extra time, you see the way Van Dijk was talking to the players. You think Van Dijk was sitting there going, "Don't worry, lads. I know we've got a couple academy players on the pitch. If we lose, we lose. It's all about the togetherness and being a family, No, he was saying, I'm fucking winning this game, If you want a career at this club, you 4 academy players, you better perform, mate. You're not getting a free pass just because you're 18 years old. And what happened? The players responded. And Liverpool got the win. So there was no doubt in my mind that Liverpool were going to win that match, man. I had them favourites from the off. And league form, they're doing well. Let's see how they got on with a couple injuries, but you've only got a few games this month anyway. So I think you'll be pretty much fine. I think Liverpool will be there.
I think winning the FA Cup game is important because it postpones the Merseyside derby as well. So the Everton game gets postponed till after the international break where we have our players coming back.
Correct.
And I don't think in my life, LB, I've actually looked forward to an international break. I look forward to this one. I cannot wait for all these guys to just recover from the injury.
In the FA Cup, who have you got?
Southampton.
You'll beat them, mate. They don't care.
Yeah, but you're saying you're going to beat them, but who's going to play?
Well, this is true, but you can beat Chelsea, you can beat them, man.
You beat Southampton, man. Come on.
Jaden Dance dagger to the Southampton Hearts. I'm here for it. Let's go.
You'll be
Bobby
there.
Clark assist. You get me. James McConnell masterclass.
Just quickly, Hussam, before you go back to Liverpool, Arsenal City. I know this is about us 3, right? But do you retract the statement that Poch is the best after Pep and Klopp?
No, I don't retract that statement. I really don't. By the way, the Carabao Cup final actually proves everything I've been saying about Poch.
No, it doesn't, bro. He's a bottler.
Okay, one second. Before you start fighting, Potts and LB, what has always been my basis to the argument? The Chelsea players are overrated, they're crap, and they're not as good as Chelsea fans have you thinking, right? That's the basis of my argument. Does the Carabao Cup final not prove it when Enzo and Caicedo can't pull their socks up and play against Bobby Clark?
What about Tottenham then?
Okay, but here's the thing, LB. If I'm Enzo, if I'm Caicedo, I'm pulling my socks up, I'm saying F whatever Pochettino says, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna take on these players. You're allowing Bobby Clark, McConnell to beat you, to destroy you, and I'm supposed to think it's the manager's fault. I told you these players are crap, bro. Your academy player.
It is the manager.
Your academy player, LB, is their best player. Player that
I'm fully aware of that. But the manager, Sam, you're missing a point. This manager loses every big game he plays in knockout football. So you telling me every single time this manager gets to a big game in a knockout tournament, you're telling me every single time the players have let him down? You're telling me his tactics have been fine and the players have let him down every single time?
Game. Okay, in the second half, could Chelsea not have scored 3 goals? No cap.
Correct.
Gallagher, once again.
Correct. And then the manager completely threw the game with his substitutions.
Hey, fair, it is what it is.
You know it's true, bro, because you've just accepted that Chelsea were probably the better side for the majority of the game. They were creating a better chances. And then what happened in the second half? As soon as he took off Jackson, he killed the game. That was it. Done. Liverpool were then the better team. That was a manager.
Yeah,
The manager
I
killed
was
the game.
I was always on LB's type. On LB's type side. I spoke to Sam. I think it was on this channel actually, or it's on someone's channel, and we were speaking. And I thought, you know what? Actually, Sam's put up a good fight as to why he thinks it's the players. Who would I have? I think you asked me in the Arsenal setup, and they're all crap. And I went through about 2 or 3 players, right? But at the same time, I do understand where LB's coming from. Pochettino is not a winner. So when you say that, I think I mentioned Emery before, he's better than Emery. I'm like, Emery's won God knows how many Europa Leagues, done an unbelievable job with Aston Villa. I'll be taking him all the time. And this is a guy that I got rid of, by the way. Yeah. I wouldn't want Pochettino at my club, man. I'm sorry. Like, what I've seen from him, his tactics are a shambles at times. Like, I don't understand where he's playing people. He's got them all in different positions. He takes Nicholas Jackson off, who, by the way, I think is crap, but was the only one who actually was making some runs and actually causing some problems. And it went wrong. And that last half hour in extra time, nobody tell me that's good management. That was an absolute shambles.
Yeah, the extra time part, 100%. I agree with you. But in the 90-minute match, like he probably had a better opportunity. But anyway, Dan, you know who's a winner? Klopp. So talk to me about Liverpool Football Club.
Listen, I've said it to you before about Jurgen Klopp. I think he's one of the best managers around. I think he's one of the best managers that's been in the Premier League. And I think people give him a lot of this stick when they were bitter at the weekend. Oh, why is he crying about a Carabao Cup? Like, how can you sit there and say this is the most important trophy you've ever won? I kind of disagree. I kind of agreed with what he meant. I don't think it's the biggest trophy he's ever won, but I think it's the one he can be most proud of, because when you've got a depleted side and when you've got kids you're throwing on at the end to try and get something across the line. Okay, it wasn't kids that won you that game because it was Virgil van Dijk, right? But at the same time, I can understand why he's proud of it. Now, LB and I were talking last night on my channel about, nobody really give Liverpool a chance. I disagree. I think that they should have, because Chelsea, we've just spoken about how crap they are, right? So you've always got a chance against them. But at the same time, they've got to get across the line and do it. And that's what they did to deliver. I think Liverpool this season have probably been a little bit disrespected by myself towards the start of the season, but also by a lot of football fans. I've changed my tune on Liverpool quite quickly. I didn't think Liverpool were going to be up there fighting with Man City the way that they are and still be there now, because I did believe they needed a number 6 and a centre-back to have any chance of going for a title. However, what I did say, and I think I said it on my channel and quite a lot to people, that if you got that number 6 and that centre-half, I think you can go and win a title. Now, that number 6 has been Endo and Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Actually, Endo and Kwanzaa have come in and done more than I ever thought. Now, I didn't think Endo would be that good. I didn't know who Kwanzaa was. I didn't think Gomez would find his form. But all those things have happened and helped Liverpool, right? And I think I've always given Liverpool credit a little bit more with their strength in depth, because I think that they've had to use that this season and are still having to use that now. And I think it just proves that when you've got an elite manager, it doesn't really matter about those little things, because he will get you across the line. And if Arsenal don't win the league and I have to pick one of the two, I'm going for Liverpool, man, because I don't want Man City to win it again. And I think you're the same, Hussam. I think you want Arsenal to win it if Liverpool don't. Sorry. So that's where I'm at. I think Liverpool can win the league. I think they've proven this season that they can. I had them down winning 2 trophies, the Europa League and the Carabao Cup. Bayern Leverkusen might have something to say about the Europa League, but they've already got the Carabao Cup over the line. But they could win the league this season, definitely, absolutely. But I still don't think they will, and I still don't think Arsenal will, unfortunately. But we'll come into that. But for me, I think Liverpool deserve a lot of credit, and Klopp does particularly, man, for his last year. So yeah, man, we'll see what he does and what he can lift at the end of the season.
I see LB doing the Liverpool pray-alongs. Every time he does a Liverpool pray-along, we win. And I needed to do more of these. I don't know why you're doing this. Like, what else are you going to do, LB? You're going to watch Chelsea-Brentford this Saturday? You have to watch us. You have to. You have to. Please do a pray-along. Because every time... And please send me a WhatsApp message for 1-0 down, like you did last time, so we can just come back. I feel like you're our good luck charm at this point.
At least you made it to the end of yours. You watched Arsenal Newcastle. He's like 3-0. I'm stopping. I'm going and doing something else. Yeah, I couldn't even get through the Arsenal game.
No, the different. Yeah, but to be fair, the Liverpool game, he scored in the 117th minute. Yeah, I mean, I probably would have took it off, but like. No. The difference is, Arsenal just slamming too hard at the moment, isn't it? But yeah, this Saturday, I mean, I probably will be there. Yeah, because there's nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So you cannot tell the play-logs are suspended. You have no other choice, brother. There is no other good games. So yeah. Big up to you, LB. Big up to Felipe. Big up to everyone in the chat. 406 people are in here. Shout out to Footy Judge Mo for the raid as well. As I said at the start of the stream, you guys, YouTube is not showing, being fraudulent. Bigger fraud than Vel, who sent me the thumbnail 12 hours after I asked him. The biggest fraud in the planet. You know, man like Vel, our editor. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Let's get to 200 likes ASAP. Shout out to Felipe for the super chat. And guys, as I said at the start, YouTube is frozen for many people. It does not show them this video. So make sure you guys are hitting that share button. Share it all over your social media, you know, so we can get as many people in here as possible. And speaking of LB, you know, it's time we talk about his club. Speaking of pray-alongs, that's my expertise right there. The difference is when I do a City watch-along, usually they lose, or draw. The Palace game I done both Chelsea games. I've done the Arsenal game.
You also did you did the Bournemouth game, didn't you?
Okay,
yeah,
but
that
was
was the
like
Brentford game.
Brentford, you were jammy against them. It's literally an IR slip.
Always do City watch alongs, bro, all the time.
Okay, listen. Oh, what other option do I have? Do you want me to do like Chelsea watch along so I can fall
Well,
asleep?
you should be watching Bayer Leverkusen, bro. You Europa League, innit?
No, I'm good. I don't think I have an audience who watch the Bundesliga to begin with. Anyway, talk to me. Vel, I asked you for a thumbnail at 7 p.m. yesterday, and you sent it to me at 2 p.m. the day after. You fraud. You massive fraud, and YouTube was down. You know, you're this close to getting fired. Be careful. Big up, Vel. I'm just fucking with him. Go on, LB. Talk to me about Manchester City scraping victories over the last 3-4 games, you know?
Yeah, we were not playing particularly well, bro. You know, we were playing like the opposite of Arsenal. You know, Arsenal are just smacking everyone up in the Premier League. Obviously, had a L against Porto. But yeah, Premier League is different. And yeah, we're scraping it. But we're getting the wins, which, you know, is the most important thing, really. You know what I mean? To get those 3 points, we're doing that. And now we're entering the period of the season for us where this is it. It's make or break. You know, our next 3 Premier League games will likely be United, Liverpool, Arsenal. You win those 3 games, I think we win the league. And I don't think you two would probably disagree with that. If we win our next 3 games, we probably win the league. Because if we win our next 3 games, Arsenal will be 4 points behind us with 9 games to play. Liverpool will be 2 points behind us. So maybe Liverpool will still have a chance there, but obviously you're then, are we really going to bottle that? You'd like to think not from a City point of view.
Oh, not here to give you an easy life, LB. What if you don't win the next 3 games? That's the better
Then
question.
it's league over. Well, depends. What do you mean? Are you talking about, are you saying we lose the next 3 games?
Let's say you draw to United, you lose to Liverpool, and like you draw to Arsenal.
Then we're probably out the race, bro. You're telling me you get 2 points out of the next 6, out of the next 9.
I don't think so. I don't think you're out of it.
But if we get 2 points out of the next 9, what? How are we not out of it? Of course we're out of it if we get 2 points out of the next 9.
Because I still feel there's points dropped for Arsenal and Liverpool, man.
Yes.
I wish I was wrong, but I just don't have confidence that we'll go to Old Trafford and White Hart Lane and pick up 3 points guaranteed.
Well, yeah, maybe.
We still both have to go to Old Trafford, by the way, which is a big game regardless. Don't do the whole United are crap thing. You know you're smarter than this. And these like derbies.
United are crap, bro. Oh, I shouldn't really say that.
And were United crap when they came to Anfield? Were United crap when they came to Anfield? And it ended 0-0. They were crap then, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they've got when they want to, yeah. But
form does go out the window.
But the thing is, I would say actually, yeah, it's probably better to play United at Old Trafford. I would say for us bigger teams.
Why?
Why? Because they can't. Because when they come to Anfield, they just sat back for the whole 90 minutes. Varane put in a world-class performance, and they just sat back and frustrated the hell out of Liverpool. They can't do that at Old Trafford. The fans will boo them, man. They've got to go forward. That'll leave more spaces for Liverpool, City, you know, United to operate. So I think actually playing them at Old Trafford is probably easier than playing them at home. But I'm not just saying that because we play them at home. I still think we'll win them at home anyway. But I'm just saying for like your situations, I actually think playing at Old Trafford is probably better. I'm not rattled, by the way. I've not been rattled once this year. I'm a rattle-free zone. Yeah, I still think we'll win the league. I think we'll win the Champions League.
You were rattled.
No. I think we'll win the Champions League and the Premier League this year. How am I rattled? I'm saying I think we're going to do the double.
No, you were rattled against.
Why no treble?
Why no treble? Because I don't think we'll win the FA Cup. I've said this all season. Because I just think when push comes to shove, I think Pep will just or the team will just not do it. We've been knocked out the semi-finals of the FA Cup 3 times.
You think you're going out tonight then?
I think there's a chance we might go out tonight.
Come on,
Against-
Luton.
Against
I'm
Luton?
actually more confident for United at the weekend than Luton tonight. Luton are a good team. At home, at Kenneth Road, they're a good team, and you both know that. You both know. In fact, I know it as well. You know, Hussam drew. You just won in the last minute. We were close. United hung on for dear life. They beat Newcastle. Yeah, this is a good team. And but the question is that actually, because you know the Everton thing yesterday, I actually start to think now, has that helped City? Because now Luton are 4 points off safety. Do you think that they might just go sack tonight off and focus on the?
No, I don't think so.
I think they'll go for it just because they're just that club at the moment that will just do all they can. It's Kenilworth Road, man. It's that place. They absolutely love playing there. And they've made it hard, like you just mentioned. There's 5 teams there that are usually in Champions League spots or floating around it that have all struggled there. We had to wait till the 94th minute to win the game there, mate. It was bloody hard.
Yeah,
and Liverpool, likewise, drew their 1-1, I think, or was it 2-2? Can't remember.
1-1.
That was unbelievable. So I think fair play. You're right, LB. It's not going to be easy tonight, but I do think Man City will beat them tonight. But, you know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Tough,
So with City, I feel like I'll be honest with you guys. I feel like they should have. Okay, let me word this properly before LB gets triggered. I feel like they shouldn't have beaten Bournemouth. I feel like that was an undeserved 3 points as I've seen all year long. Bournemouth, I can name right now off the top of my head about 5 chances that they had to. I'm talking about clear-cut chances to score a goal.
They had a few chances.
They just missed it. They just missed it. Kluivert,
we also had chances.
You did. No, but they had more chances than you. That's the first game where I actually.
No, I think what you're trying to say is once we went 1-0 up, they then pretty much had all the chances. But we had a few chances in the first half. Haaland missed a couple. So we could have seen the game off in the first half, but once we went 1-0 up in the second half, you are right. The fact that Bournemouth didn't score was a bit of a miracle, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you were probably watching the game. You were thinking, okay, they're probably gonna get like a equalizer.
Of course, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like in the second half specifically, you've got what's it called? You've got the Kluivert chance, the Ouattara chance, the Sinistera chance.
Was there a guy called
Tavernier, like Bournemouth are gonna equalize at any point in time here, but they didn't. The Brentford game, I feel like City were much better than Brentford, but obviously the Ayer slip is the reason why Haaland scored that goal because they could have held on maybe to a 0-0 or something. And of course, we all saw what happened against Chelsea. So, like, I feel like with City, they aren't forget results. They aren't performing as you expect them to perform. The problem is with City fans is not LB, but like some people in the chat and shit, they just get defensive. Like, 13 wins out of 15. Yeah, well, I'm talking about the performances.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
This could go left.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
How?
Because it's yes, the performances are important, but it is ultimately a results-based business. And if we keep playing like this for the rest of the season, but win every game 1-0, we'll win the Premier League.
I agree with you.
Do our performances need to improve? Yes, they do need to improve. But they've needed to improve, since about October? And they've been the odd game here or there when we've needed to improve.
You were good in January. I think your performances were good in January. I don't think you had.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. There's been the odd couple of games where we've been okay. But for the large part, we've not consistently been playing well. Like Arsenal now have been playing well for a number of games. Yeah, yes. A number of games. We've not really had that all season. But we're ahead of Arsenal and we're grinding out results. Now, do I think that our performances need to improve? Yes. Yeah, because I don't think this level of performance will win us the Premier League. I think you're right on that point that eventually it won't be sustainable and we'll drop points. However, at the moment, we are winning football matches. So, it's a little bit of, you're right on one point, but you're kind of not right on the other. You can't just dismiss the results, bro. You can't just...
No, I'm not dismissing the results. I understand the results are more important than performances. If you give me a stinky 1-0 every single game to the end of the season, I'm taking it. Of course I am.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is these performances could be an indicator of this going left for Man City. That's the point.
It could be.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm saying, like, these little small details in these games. Of course, you're not going to smash everyone 3 and 4-0, but I'm talking about the other team actually having more dangerous chances. That's something that you never see. Like with Bournemouth, you never expected Bournemouth to have the more dangerous opportunities, and for City fans to go like, we got away with one there. The same thing with the Brentford game. I don't think Brentford created any dangerous chances. Yeah, I'm being objective. I think City deserved to win that game, but it was through an Ayer slip. And I think, with Chelsea is probably the one where you're most unlucky because you created the most dangerous chances in that game. But even then, they could have been 3-0 up in the first half. So, like, I feel like, the performances could be a negative indicator for what's to come. However, the results are the most important outcome. 100%. I'll never deny that. If you get a 1-0 off a corner header from Akanji from now to the end of the season, and that's a success. It doesn't matter how, but the how could be an indicator of the what, is basically what I'm saying.
The good
Foxy,
news
what-
is
what
now,
have
yeah.
you made of it?
The good news
Go
is,
on.
just quickly, sorry, just the good news is now going into these 3 games, these big Premier League games against United, Liverpool, and Arsenal, we now have our first choice 11 that I don't think we've played maybe once this year, maybe twice max. So that is obviously positive news. And then I think the last time we played it was for 20 minutes against Copenhagen, and that was probably the best we played for a long, long time. And then Jack Grealish got injured and went off. So that's obviously positive news. I am going to believe that when we play these 3 games, our performance levels will improve. I have to believe that. Because if I don't believe
Until
that, then
Pep
we're in
plays
trouble.
Alvarez in midfield, and then you're
Then,
losing your
yeah,
mind.
then the Pep plays Alvarez in midfield.
And then you're losing your mind.
Yeah.
What have you made of City?
Yeah, the same as what I always make of him, mate. I never write them off. I never sat there and thought that Doku and Kovacic were going to be the reason Man City don't win the league because they're not Gundogan and Mahrez. Are they worse than them two? Yeah, but Pep Guardiola just finds a way every year, man. And everybody said when Jesus and Zinchenko and Sterling went, they won't win the league now. And then 3 more players stepped up, and I expect the same to happen here. I think it's simple in Man City. Keep Rodri fit and away from suspension. They'll win the
Terry
league.
in the chat. Big up Terry.
Big up Terry. Keep Rodri fit and away from suspension, and Man City will win the league. If Rodri gets injured and he's out for a long period of time, Man City don't win football games. It's been proven. That's not just my opinion. That's just facts. They went 3-4 games without winning a game of football when Rodri was out. He's a massive, massive part of why Manchester City win football matches. So if he's not about, that's the only reason Arsenal and Liverpool have got to feel confident that Manchester City might drop points. Now, they could drop points with him. Don't get me wrong. Everybody can, right? But I honestly believe personally that Manchester City will just get across the line because they've given me no evidence, Sam, in the last 4 years as to why they can't do it. I honestly believe they'll do it again. And
You just have no belief whatsoever.
I'm wrong.
You just think City are going to win everything. You
I
really
do,
just
man.
think.
I do because, do you know why, Sam? Arsenal have given me no evidence as to why we can get across the line yet.
Okay.
Liverpool, I don't feel like they're, with the injuries that they've got and the injuries that they keep getting, that they're going to go through a run of games without losing or dropping points. And I think LB's just said that they got their players back. KDB and Haaland have hardly really done much together yet this season. We all know what happens when them two provide. And if they keep Rodri fit, he'll add to the reasons as to why I think Man City will win it. I hope I'm wrong, man. I hope I sit there and go, what an idiot. Thought Man City were going to breeze this. Look at them. They're struggling. Can't win a game. Honestly, man, when I see John Stones coming into the mix, when I see Rodri, KDB and Haaland, that's their spine. I've got no reason to doubt it. So that's the way I am, man. And I don't feel like Arsenal can get across the line because I don't feel the manager's proven that we can do it. I hope I'm wrong. And I'd love nothing more than to win this league. But until he does that, I'm going to have my question marks.
Have you been watching City lately, Potsy?
Yeah, they've been scraping 1-0s, man. That's the sign of a good team, man. That's a sign of champions. They don't play well and they still bloody win. And I know that you want to say,
it's from like the pro City side.
I know how you
That's
think, and I
how I'm
wish I
looking
was
at
more like you, Sam. I wish I was more like you, but I've been there, bro. Oh my God, it was only 1-0. That means they're going to drop points soon, and they just keep winning 1-0 or 2-1. I've done this before, man.
You know, Man United are getting something at the Etihad.
Nah,
you know that, right? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Johnny Evans,
they are
Varane,
shit, bro. Did you watch them against
knocking up
Fulham?
Haaland. Let's go.
Nah, I'd be
Garnacho
very
on the
surprised if
counter.
they got anything. We should be back.
Sam doesn't even believe that. He's laughing when he says it.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe it.
Listen,
There is no way.
You know that day what I'm gonna do? I will take a shower in the morning because I feel disgusting rooting for them, and then I'll take a shower after the game as well. And the funny part is, if Man City beat Man United, I'll still just spend the rest of the day just cooking Man United anyway, because it's just the team I hate the most.
I think it'll be like at least 3-0. I think.
Well, it should be at least 3-0. We should batter him, man. We should batter him. Yeah, that team is shockingly bad, man. Yeah, that United team is shockingly bad. Even United fans know that. So we should batter him. Let's see actually what happens on the day. Who knows? You know, it's a derby at the end of the day, but we should be battering him 100%.
Ten Hag, it's time to prove your bald head is superior. You get me? Let's do this. Let's do this. I think, listen, United park the bus, Garnacho on the counter attack, 1-0 to Man United. I can smell it. I could smell it. No, I can't. But like, it's probably, listen, it's the opium. The difference between me and Potts is, I feel like Potts and LB are just going towards the positive City conclusion. I'm the one going towards the negative City conclusion.
Well, I'm
like,
going to go to the positive. I'm
we
a City
agree.
fan, innit?
All three of us agree that City are playing like shit right now. Like, they're not playing well. They got the last 2 wins. They drew against Chelsea.
I'm with you there.
All I'm
I agree
saying
with
is
that.
the way that they're playing, like, you know, I feel like they're gonna drop points. It just feels close, you know, that there will be points dropped. That's all I'm saying. I just feel it.
I think they'll drop points. I think they'll drop points against
Okay.
Liverpool. I think they'll definitely drop. I don't think they'll beat Liverpool. I think they'll drop points. Anfield's scary, man. Horrible place to go. So no matter what team you put out, that is going to be a massive team. That's going to be a massive game. Sorry. I don't know why I hate this team, but they can't seem to win there comfortably. I think Tottenham can take something off of City because they just can't win at that ground. I know they did it in the FA Cup, but in this league, I don't think they'd scored a goal there. So that's going to be difficult. And I honestly hope and pray and cross everything that Arsenal can take something at the Etihad as well. But other than that, those 3 games,
I think you actually can take something at the Etihad. A draw.
You think? Say that again. Arsenal.
A draw is not impossible.
No, I think we could take a draw at the Etihad.
I think they need to win though.
I think we do, but I think we can take a draw, and that will be drop points for City. But if Arsenal want to win this league, real talk, we pretty much have to win every single game, in my opinion, because I think it's got to that stage now where we're the ones chasing. We're not the ones in front. You know, we're chasing you too. So Arsenal are the ones that really can't bar. You can drop 3 games. I don't think so. I think Arsenal need to have a pretty much flawless end to the season. So I think if we do want to go, we've got to go to Old Trafford, White Hart Lane, and the Etihad, and not just not lose. We've actually got to go in to win those games. Might not have to win all 3, but we definitely have to beat him at the Etihad. That's definite. And I think, you know, North London derby, the form unfortunately goes out the window, and anything can happen there. Old Trafford, we have to beat them there. I'm sorry, I'm not accepting anything but a win there. They are crap. Yeah, Man United are a crap football team and a crap football club.
But usually you don't do well there, though.
No, we don't. We don't do well there. We haven't actually. We've won since 2006. We've won 2 games there. That's poor. And I know that back then we were crap and stuff, but even the last few years where they've been crap, we still haven't won there. We've won there in the COVID year where there wasn't any fans. That's it. Last year we lost. That was the start of our kind of 5 games we won. Then we lost there. Then we went on another 5-6 games winning. So I think with Arsenal right now, we are absolutely demolishing teams. And that's the good thing. Arsenal are destroying teams. And at the start of the season, bro, we were beating Luton in the last minute of the game, and we were beating Palace 1-0 and holding on, and Forests and Fulhams. We were struggling to like destroy them. Now, doesn't matter if you're Burnley, West Ham, Liverpool, Palace, we're absolutely destroying teams. Even Liverpool, I know the scoreline wasn't a 5-0 for us, but we battered them, man. Like we battered you. Like it was embarrassing. Like it was just domination. So we beat you 3-1. We smashed Palace 5. We put 6 past West Ham, 5 past Burnley, 4 past Newcastle. Let's just hope that continues, man. Because at the moment, the only positive I can see as well is that with Partey coming back, Zinchenko coming back in the next game, I believe it is. Not this Sheffield United one, the Brentford one. Both of those are fit, apparently. Jesus is now back. Obviously, we've got Timber to come back at the end of this month as well. That's going to be a good thing for Arsenal. Tomiyasu as well. So some of those don't start for Arsenal, but that's strength in depth then, man. And we've at the moment had to have...
Okay, I want to go to Arsenal now in a second, but just on City, we wrap up the City section. So, like, you both basically believe City are winning the league. That's the conclusion I'm getting.
I think we'll win the league, yeah.
I've always said City, I've got no reason to change it. Obviously, I don't want them to win it, but I think they will. Well, who do you think is going to win it then, Sam? You going for Liverpool?
No, I'm not.
He said City. He said City as well.
Listen, I'm saying City. You get me? I'm praying.
You said Arsenal at the start of the season.
I'm praying. Listen, I'm praying that
you
City.
You said Arsenal at the start of the season, didn't you?
I did say Arsenal at the start of the season, but I felt like in January you need to get a striker. We're gonna get to Arsenal now in a second, but
okay.
Oh, bro, City is just. Listen, it is what it is, man.
Give me 2 seconds. One sec, Sam. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, no problem. I think with City, like it's just. LB, are you not worried at all? How are you not worried though, seeing the way your team is playing?
Because we've seen this all before.
You guys are so arrogant. You City fans are so arrogant.
Bro, it's not arrogance. What I'm saying is, I've seen this before. I've seen us be in a worse situation than we are now. We have more points now than we had last year. So how is it's not arrogance? We won the league last year with less points than we had now, and Arsenal had a bigger gap to what you've got now. We're playing ass, and we're still only 1 point off the top of the table. We've not had our full fit squad all season. Kevin De Bruyne's played about 2 games this season. I'm looking at the situation now saying, what's more likely? City to get worse or City to get better? I say it's more likely that City get better.
I hope your first answer is true.
It's more likely that we get better. Because it's unlikely that we get worse.
If you drop points against United, will that raise alarm bells on a reel?
Alarm bells, well, the alarm bells are kind of already there, bro. Because we're in a pressure scenario.
You're contradicting yourself a bit because you're saying you're going to win the league and then you're saying the alarm bells are there.
Well, yes, because I don't feel that we can afford to have any mistakes. Now, what I'm saying is I don't think we will have any mistakes.
That Anfield game is the most important game of the whole year.
We've done quite well at Anfield over the last couple of years. If it wasn't for João Cancelo, we'd probably win 2, draw 1.
Okay, that's just delusional. And if it wasn't for the Rodri handball, we would have won the league. There you are. You want to do ifs?
Delusional? How is it delusional?
You want to do ifs? I could do ifs too.
How is it delusional?
If the Rodri handball gets given as an Everton penalty, we win the league.
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
It's easy for me to do ifs.
Yeah. Maybe. But how is that delusional? Me saying if João Cancelo hadn't made 3 defensive
because
mistakes?
it's not about the game. Is not about ifs, LB. It's about what actually happened. You know, you're basically,
and that's why I just said
happened.
I said we've done quite well at Anfield, recently, which we have. And if it wasn't for João Cancelo, we probably get 2 wins and 1 draw. That's facts.
Which 2 wins are you talking about?
So the 2-2, when Mohamed Salah turned into a madness, you look at João Cancelo's defending there. He done the standard thing where he loves to run in and try and intercept, which he can't do. And then the last one, where the ball jumped down at him, all he had to do is deal with it, and Mohamed Salah robbed him and then scored for a 1-0. That was
okay. That one I understand blaming Cancelo, but the other one you can't blame Cancelo.
Salah
dribbled past like 4 players.
Yes, I can blame him 100%. I can blame him.
He dribbled past 4 players, Bernardo Silva included.
Yes, and he didn't make the mistake first. He wouldn't have made the dribbles past the other players. That's
one of the greatest goals we've seen in the Premier League. Like
I don't disagree. But what I'm saying is we've done quite well at Anfield recently. You can't deny that.
Listen, that game is a must. I'm on Potts' side in terms of like us both. We have to win every single game. Like it's just how it goes. To be honest with you, so
we all have to win every single game. We all do because the 3 teams are great. These 3 teams are great. This is why I'm saying I think we will win. But because you said, "Oh, I contradicted myself." No, I didn't. Actually, what I'm doing without saying it, I'm complimenting the other sides. I think City will win the league, but the alarm bells are already there because we cannot afford to drop points. Dan's the same. You're the same. No one can afford to drop points, man, because the other 2 teams are class.
Okay, fair enough. Speaking of the other 2 teams, one last team left, one last segment before we get out of here. Big up to you guys. Big up to all 589 of you in here. Big up to you guys, almost 600 people. Please do make sure you're liking the video. Do make sure you're subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Both these guys' incredible channels are in the description. 12th Man Podcast, and you got It's LB. Please go subscribe to both channels. They're both in the descriptions, you bunch of lazy bastards. I made your life easy. It's tagged already. Just hit that link and go subscribe right now. And I want you guys to hit the share button as well. We have 600 people in here. We want to get to as many people as possible because this whole YouTube thing is bugging as well. So it's kind of not helping. But make sure guys are hitting the share button as well. We're 2 likes away from 200. We want to get to 300. That's the initial target. 600 of you in here. Slap that like button. And our final segment of the day is Arsenal. These 2 super chats are referring to Arsenal, so might as well read them. AMT saying, are you watching the way Arsenal are playing? Potts here is about to tell us about the whole way Arsenal are playing, so stick around for that, AMT. Cryptic Dino, ever so positive Arsenal fan, is in the building. Spoiler alert, City simply won't win the league. Liverpool plays City, Arsenal. No, we don't play Arsenal. We played you already. Spurs, Villa, and Brighton. Okay. Brighton is at Anfield. City's at Anfield. Spurs is at Anfield. Villa is the only one there first. But when you say even Palace won't be easy, you're inhaling more hopium than I am, Cryptic Dino. When I say United are going to get something at the Etihad, I think you saying Palace are gonna get something at Anfield, and Brighton are gonna get something at Anfield. It's even more hopium, to be fair. But hey, to each their own. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, Cryptic T. So I'm gonna say thank you for the super chat. We're gonna head to our resident Arsenal fan and Potsy. Talk to me about Arsenal. Obviously, slapping Newcastle. Overall, how you feel about your team? How you feel about the whole squad, everything, your players?
Listen, man, since we've had a trip to Dubai, things have changed massively. And I must say that in the 4.5 to 5 years Mikel Arteta has been here, the last 6 games have been the most impressed I've been with him personally as a manager. And the reason is because I've been so impressed by the change. I've been so impressed by what Plan B looks like to him. I've also been impressed by some of the little things he's tweaked that I didn't expect him to tweak. For example, using Ben White as a right inverted wing back is definitely something that we needed to do. Kivior couldn't do that. Without question, he's then become into no coincidence. He started to play better Kivior, right? Kai Havertz hasn't really been a number 8 for me for most of the season. He's now playing him higher up the field. He's now allowing some of his attributes that he does have that are not a lot. I still don't really think he's amazing, but at the same time, he's been great in the last few games. And him and Trossard have started to link up together. And in and out of possession, you've sometimes seen a bit more of a 4-4-2 from him and Trossard. You've seen him playing off of Leandro Trossard, and he's definitely come into the mix, playing in that 9 now, scoring goals. When Havertz has then played into the 9 and Trossard has either been dropped or put on the left, Havertz has definitely played very, very well in that position. So I look at what Mikel Arteta has done there and think, do you know what? Fair play. The other thing that's really impressed me is Jorginho coming into the mix and playing either as a double pivot or in that number 6 role and totally controlling the football match. I thought against Newcastle, he was outstanding, and he was my man of the match also against Liverpool at the Emirates. Particularly at the Emirates when he's played there, he's been fantastic and phenomenal. And I think that when people question the signing of Jorginho, Trossard, Kivior, Havertz, Raya, all those players are now starting to shine. And Mikel Arteta, to be fair to him, has been stubborn to keep playing them. And actually now it's working. So all those fans that doubted that, I was one of them. I was thinking, why has he messed around with the goalkeeper? Why has he spent 65 million on Havertz? Why have we got Jorginho as our backup? Why the hell is Trossard not playing down the middle? Why have we got Kivior playing as a left back? All those question marks that why we were losing and dropping points to Fulham, why we weren't beating West Ham at the Emirates, why we were losing to Liverpool at the Emirates. All of those things have now changed, and we're now looking to play that way of football when people are going, do you know what? Actually, this is working. Fair play, Mikel, because all those things are on your head, and right now they're working. And I think we've stuck by it. Now, for me, this change of style and this control play, control possession football that he brought into the mix to start, I never liked that because I felt that if we were going to get to the end of the season and not win the league, people will look back at that and go, why the hell did he change the style of play then? But now, the way that we're playing, no one can question the style. No one can question whether it's the right thing to do. It's enjoyable to watch. It's fluid. It's attack-minded. Saka and Martinelli are now getting back into the game. Erdegaard's running the game of football. As I say, Jorginho's coming to complement Declan Rice, who, by the way, has been unbelievable and signing of the season for me, even though it cost £100 million. Gabriel and Saliba as a partnership, I think the best partnership in the league this season. I think they've been phenomenal. And Gabriel, for me, is one of the most underrated players. I think as a defender, I think he's been one of the best in the league. But no one talks about him because it's all about Saliba, which I get. I love Saliba. But I think Gabriel's been a better defender than Saliba this season for me, definitely. Ben White's now come back into the mix. So I feel now Arsenal are in a good way. Can we keep this going? Of course, everyone has question marks about that. If we do, I think we've got a great chance of winning the league, man. I really do.
Okay. Emmanuel says if City draws Liverpool and Arsenal win against Brentford, Arsenal will go top. That's true, Emmanuel. But the thing is, we still all have tough fixtures to come. So I'm not interested on who's top right now. I'm looking more at the bigger picture. I'm sure, LB would rather play Liverpool at the Etihad. I'm sure, these things are just true. Like, you don't want to come to Anfield. You don't want to go to White Hart Lane. You don't want to go to Old Trafford. So for us, it's 2 games. It's Old Trafford away and it's Everton away that are potential, like, shit, like these are tough games type of fixtures. But other than that, I think, the City game at Anfield, it's a must-win game for us. More must-win for us than it is for City. Big up to you, Emmanuel. Philippe is asking both of your questions. Potts, Champions League or Premier League? Same with you, LB. Tom Little's a fraud. Big up, Tom Little.
LB, you go first.
For me, Prem, because it's 4 Pete.
For me, I've always said Premier League. However, this season, to shut the hell everybody up, I'm going to go Champions League because it drives me insane that everyone says Arsenal got no European heritage, and I can't argue back. So I have to go Champions League, but normally it'd be Premier League for me all day.
There's no way you as an Arsenal fan can say Premier League. There's absolutely no way. That's a thing.
Yeah.
There is no world in which an Arsenal fan can choose anything over Champions League. I'm sorry, you just can't.
Exactly that. Exactly.
You just can't. I
But
think
Jimmy,
if offered the next like 2 Champions Leagues and don't win a title for 5, you should take it. 2 Champions Leagues, that alone elevates your club to another level. To
Mate,
be fair,
our European heritage is embarrassing, man. So I'll always go Europe at the moment. But I have always said Premier League because I believe it's the harder one to win because you've got to be consistent for 38 games. Like when teams have won Champions Leagues, I look at them finishing the league and I'm like, whoa, you won the Champions League? Like Chelsea 1 year come 9th and won the Champions League, or whatever it was. Even Liverpool in 2005 won it. And I was like, they ain't the best team in Europe. So I
You
look
were
at it and
fifth.
think, fair play. When it comes to Arsenal, we need to win that Champions League.
That's
man.
the Gerrard effect, you know. Certain people get injured in finals and they still win it. For us, it's not the same. He has to play for us to win anything. LB, your favorite topic, you know. I know you
I
have
ain't
to go
biting,
straight.
bruh.
Yes, Arsenal. You know, you start. By the way, Potts. Just so you know, LB is always having a go at the Arsenal fans in the chat. They're like, you cannot
Oh, yeah,
make
no,
these
it does
guys
this-
happy.
He doesn't like Arsenal. I understand why. It's calm. I get
I-
it. And you know, he does it with me every Tuesday. We're doing it in an hour's half hour's time. I'm sure they'll come for him like they did last week about the Saka and Foden debate. They're
Go on,
coming
I
for
tell you why
I
it
know,
is,
I
yeah,
know for a
because-
fact though. Can I just say just very quickly because I know LB well, right? I know he's a little bit worried about Arsenal. He doesn't want to admit it. I know that is a fact. I know.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing. So there's some Arsenal fans, right? Want to put stuff out like that, yeah, and say, "Oh, LB hates Arsenal." I'm sorry, right? I literally don't care about Arsenal. There are no relevance to me in terms of a rivalry, in terms of off the pitch or anything like that. Like there is no historic rivalry between our two clubs. I'm completely chill with Arsenal. But whenever you criticize Arsenal a little bit, their fans come for you. Even when you say something good. And then when you say something good, they say, oh, you're patronising us. So you can't win with Arsenal fans. You honestly can't win. Arsenal, fantastic team. Yeah. They're playing the best football out of anyone in the top 3 right now. But then what happens? You know, then you say something slightly negative about a player or the manager's tactics or a really shocking result away at Porto, and then they just come for you and say, oh, you've got an agenda. And then when you say something good, it's you're patronising them. Weird, bro. You can't say nothing about it, innit? But I literally don't care.
LB,
Listen,
would it be fair to say right now you can't criticize Arsenal right now in this moment in time?
yes, you can criticise Arsenal. They went to Porto, one of the easiest teams that you possibly could have got in the Champions League and lost. So yes, you can still criticise them.
He went there, Potsy. He went there.
No, but he's right though. He's right.
I
You
might-
can criticize, man.
Of
You
course
can criticize.
criticise.
The problem you've got is there is a section of our fan base, and it is only a section. It's not the majority. And I personally feel every fan base has got it, but everyone tells me it's not, and it's Arsenal that only have it. But I disagree. I think there's a section of every fan base that are a little bit deluded. And I think
Yeah, of
Arsenal got
course.
that bunch, right?
Cool,
And I think
yeah,
that
that's
Arsenal
right.
bunch that do like they want LB to come on here and go, do you know what? I think Arsenal might win this league, you know. And I'm seriously worried. They look bloody good.
I always say Arsenal can win the league. Do I think they will win the league? No. And then they come for you. It's like you can't win, bro. Can Arsenal win the league? Yes. Do I think they will win the league? No. But that's not good enough for some Arsenal fans. They want me to sit here and say Arsenal will win the league. I'm not going to say that. Sorry. But here's the thing, right?
So, LB, what have you made of Arsenal?
They're shit, man. Yeah, I mean, this team, bro. Yeah, shockingly bad.
LB actually cannot stand the Arsenal fans. That's shit, man. Oh, I fucking love LB, man. But then there's shit. Just fuck Arsenal, you know, there's shit. Oh, my Lord, LB, man. I'm so sorry for whichever Arsenal fan, you know, said some dumb shit in the chat. I apologize. Hey, it is what it is, man. Dino says he's talking about City, not Liverpool. Oh, this is City's fixture list then. Arsenal, Spurs, Villa, Brighton, Liverpool, Palace. Wait, you still play Palace? Palace away.
Palace away, yeah.
Vamos! That game right there, you dropped points in it so many times. Let's go. Hey, Dino, now you have a point. Since you're not talking about my club, you have a point. You have a point. So, LB, final question before we get out of here. So, you've been a flip-flop this whole year. You have been. He won't
On
even
what
deny
topic?
it.
On what topic?
Who worries you more at this moment in time, Arsenal or
Yes.
Liverpool?
Yes, also that proves my point that I don't hate Arsenal, otherwise I want to flip-flopped.
Who worries you more, Arsenal
What's
or
that? Say
Liverpool?
that again.
I said that also proves that I don't hate Arsenal, otherwise I want to flip-flopped on that topic.
Yes, you have flip-flopped.
Yes, I have. Yeah, and that proves I don't hate Arsenal, otherwise I want to flip-flopped.
So which
What
side
have
are
you
you on?
flip flop then? What have you said that's a flip flop? I don't get it. I still don't get it.
I flip-flop
basically,
between
what's
Liverpool and
the
Arsenal.
opinion
Who's
then?
more likely to win it if City weren't there?
Who
On
is it?
rotate.
Right now, Liverpool.
There you go, then. There you go, then. And listen, on that note, we're just gonna get out of here. You know, man, like LB, this guy. Honestly, I thought like sometimes people flip flop. LB has admittedly, though, the one thing I'll say about LB is he actually has admitted he's flip flop. So we have to give him credit. He hasn't waffled about it or anything. He said like, "Yo." He's fully flip flopped about this whole point, and he's fully said, like, you know, some week Arsenal, some week Liverpool. And now it's Liverpool. Next week it'll be Arsenal again. The week after it'll be Liverpool again. It just feels, you know, whichever side of the bed LB wakes up on. But hey, it is what it is, man. Big up to you guys. Big up to Emmanuel, Cryptic Dino, AMT, Felipe for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button right now. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We're literally just this close to hitting our target of 300 likes. So it's a free button. Hit it right now. And speaking of free buttons, both these incredible gentlemen's channels are in the description, as you guys can see right here on your screen. This is where you can find them on social media as well. Big up to LB. And it's LB in the chat. 12th Man Podcast in the chat. Subscribe. We're also going to be redirecting you to the Football Terrace. We're going to be going to Straight Facts, where both LB and Dan are on as well with Terry. Big up to you guys. I'm going to be watching that video as well. So love to everyone in the chat. We're going to be back for a Luton watch along today. So yeah, big up to you guys. Love you all. Subscribe to both these guys. I'm going to see you guys later, man. Peace out.